Cancer friends, a beautiful window is opening up right now to boost your bank account and to help you finally start feeling genuinely secure in your life and your worth. Let's explore Jupiter's transit through the sign of Leo, your second house, for the coming year ahead in your horoscope. This video, it's a forecast for your sun, your moon, and your rising sign. You can check out all 3 videos and they are going to tell you how the stars are going to affect your life this week. I'm Kesenya and welcome to the Astro News and Weather Report for the last week of June 2026. Don't forget, this is tropical Vedic astrology, not sidereal. Look it up if you need to know the difference. And yes, I am a real person, not AI. This week we're looking at the last hurrah of Jupiter in his exaltation sign Cancer for another 12 years. Now he has been doing the important work in Cancer since June 9th, 2025, and it all finishes up for us on the 30th of June 2026. Now, he will be at the 29th degree, the anaretic degree of Cancer for this week ahead until the 30th of June. And when a planet is at the anaretic degree, he gets his knickers in a knot, all in a panic about finishing his work in this particular realm of the chart. So let's find out what Jupiter has been working on and what he's now anxious to finish up and bestow upon us all before we take a dive into Jupiter in his new sign, Leo. So Jupiter in Cancer has acted on many levels. Let's take a look at some. Cancer, firstly, is all about our emotional foundation. Whether we know it or not, events have unfolded over the last year of Jupiter's transit here that will ultimately serve to bring us great good and fortune in these realms in the future. This is especially true if we have happened to behave in Jupiterian ways at this time. What does that mean? It means being generous, using your abundance to bless others, and to also tap into your emotional intelligence. These have been the keys that could have unlocked many answers to your problems over the last year. Now, I can just see the comment section full of people saying this isn't true for them. Life is as hard as it ever was, etc., etc. But I want you to know, friends, Jupiter is a future-directed planet. His work in any realm of the chart is designed to bring growth and expansion in the future, not necessarily always in the moment that he is in that sign. So he has been building and preparing and structuring things for blessing in your 5th house at some stage down the track, provided, as I've said, that you've worked with his great themes of generosity, compassion, and benevolence. Some of the things Jupiter has called us to focus on during his sojourn in Cancer include giving emotional comfort and support to others, cultivating your 6th sense and your inner knowing, very psychic house, or psychic sign, I should say, the energy of Cancer, developing your beliefs in a higher power, and setting things up in your life to attract greater luck and rich life experiences in the future, as I've just said. Now, family connections, tribal bonding, intimate communities, these are all ruled by the sign of Cancer, generally speaking, in a chart. Jupiter has wanted to bring expansion to these areas of life over the past year. Now, in a non-literal sense, many people may have found their tribe now, the people who feel like coming home for them. Now, for some people, this transit has brought family members home again, literally. It's certainly been true in my life and my husband's life. Or it might have looked like some people have seen their family expand through other changes. You know, parents have moved in due to needing assistance with daily living, or your family has grown through the arrival of new babies, or new members of the family have arrived due to someone getting married. That is an expansion of the family dynamic. The whole concept of what a family actually is for you might have changed over the last year, in some cases leading to bigger communities where more people feel welcome. Let's hope that that is the case. Jupiter not only likes to expand, it likes to learn. And in Cancer, we may have learned more about our genealogy, our family traditions, our heritage, our roots, our lineage, or the people in our family in some profound new way. Real estate and land are also the domain of Cancer as well. Many people have developed a greater appreciation of real estate, owning a home, expanding their home, or upsizing their place of living in some way as well. For some people, it has been an excellent time to invest in real estate or home improvement projects. Cancer is associated also with comfort, being comfortable and playing it safe. It likes security. But it's also a cardinal sign, and that means it prefers to take action rather than resting on its laurels. So rather than sitting around hoping for security, this transit has been all about making security happen. With Cancer representing things from the past, this has looked like mending things, restoring things, improving things that weren't working around your home, getting thrifty, and even creating that rainy day bank account for the future by selling off old items that were no longer useful to you. This has also been the most fabulous year to establish gardens, pretty gardens, or growing your own food, all are Cancer energy. So get stuck into that healthy that veggie patch in this last week of opportunity for Jupiter to expand you in that way. In Cancer, negative manifestations with Jupiter here might have looked like too much comfort eating, smothering those people who are nearest and dearest to us, being too clingy, staying at home instead of stepping out when it's required, and maybe being a bit manipulative. After all, Cancer is trying to get what it wants by going things in a sideline manner. Just think of the little crab that always moves from side to side rather than straight forward. Hopefully we've kept perspective and risen above the smallness, the clinginess, or the little inconveniences of life that this transit may have brought. Now, what's really interesting are the Jupiterian aspects between it and Saturn that have been given and received. So I would just suggest, my friends, that we should all be getting ready for some serious personal relief when Jupiter moves into the fire sign of Leo on the 30th of June, because he's going to start trining Saturn again, fire sign to fire sign, Saturn in Aries. And this is going to make a huge amount of difference to the peace in your soul. Although, do be prepared for the initial craziness of the Mars-Uranus conjunction square the node skip step that's coming from Gemini these next few weeks as well. But after that, things might feel a little bit better thanks to the trine between Jupiter and Saturn that will be in play for the next year. How lovely. The cycle that Saturn and Jupiter make through their 20-year pattern is actually truly fascinating and governs so much of what we experience as individuals and collectively. So this is very much needed given all the upheaval and craziness in the world right now, and perhaps personally in your life as well. My amazing Royal Stars Academy student Fiona did a brilliant summation of the energies of this cycle in the video we created together from last year, and it's still relevant. If you want to view that video and understand the Saturn-Jupiter cycle, you can view it from my Astrology Discussions playlist if you'd like to know more. You can also go more in depth with what Jupiter will do for you as he transits a new house in your life in whole sign astrology in your chart over the coming year by simply viewing my Jupiter Through the Houses playlist. And you can do that here at the Guiding Star YouTube channel. So here comes Jupiter in Leo, another great dignity for the most expansive of all planets. Jupiter enters Leo on June the 30th, 2026, and will remain in this sign until July 26, 2027. Also, don't forget, friends, there is a video available at my Patreon family all about the 12-yearly Jupiter return cycle. This is a huge year in a person's life, and it can see things change drastically for the better more often than not. You know, I was blessed to meet my husband David in my Jupiter return year, and I was blessed with an increase in finances that same year through a special opportunity that came my way. So that's just an example of the kind of amazing things that can happen in a Jupiter return year. Make sure you check out that video at my Patreon family. You'll need to pay $5 to become a member to view it. But check that out, especially if you have Jupiter in Leo natally. This means you're having your Jupiter return year this year, and you're going to want to know all about how to read and analyze a Jupiter return chart to get the most out of that energy. Now, as for Jupiter in Leo, it's going to bring his generous, kind, compassionate, and altruistic self to the Leo house of your chart. And then we're going to explore that in just a little mini. But Jupiter in the sign of the King will also give us greater organizing and executive abilities, as well as more opportunities for obtaining positions of trust, responsibility, and leadership in the world. It is a truly exciting transit. I'm looking forward to this so much because it has the potential to uplift society. Because Leo, in my opinion, is the Odysseus energy, the true king, as opposed to the suitors wanting to destroy the kingdom, which are seen from another sign in the horoscope. But Leo is the Odysseus. So to my mind, having Jupiter there is a very powerful year indeed, where we may actually see Odysseus return, and boy, don't we need it on the planet right now. Let's oust those suitors, everybody. This is a year for making our own opportunities, taking exciting but still sensible risks, and growing our own self-confidence. Good fortune, luck and prosperity, which is what Jupiter rules, they come our way when we embrace Leo energy fully. What does that look like? It means being magnanimous, being extra generous, and don't be afraid of quixotic exploits. They will inspire both yourself and others at this time. Now, if you are a creative person, or if you're involved in fields that are Leo-like, like entertainment, performance, coaching, guiding, working with children, or you're a facilitator of events, that have to do with good times or romance, think wedding coordinator or, singles dating host or something like that. Or even if you're just fanatical about your hobbies or your passions, they're the realms where you'll see more good luck and good fortune arrive in your life. With Jupiter in Leo, people in general will hunger to be recognized because it's the house, the sign of celebrity. So we're going to see a lot of people expanding into that at this time. We're going to see a lot of people hungering to be more cherished and more admired because that's Leo energy too. Jupiter is expanding all Leo things. Now be sure to give it out if you would like to receive it back from the world at large at this time. Some people with strong Leo placements actually might step into the celebrity spotlight this year. Something to look forward to potentially if you want that as a Leo person. Belief systems that emphasize love and honor and loyalty also become appealing. And we're going to see opportunities to expand our world through allowing ourselves more self-expression, more self-respect, more generosity, as well as living in greater integrity and honor as well. This is a time when we feel that having a healthy love life or quality leisure time is actually what makes life worth living. And as a Leo sun person myself, I can honestly say this is the truth. That's how I feel. Why work hard if you can't enjoy life as well? Jupiter not only likes to expand, it likes to learn. So during this transit, we might be learning about the arts, learning about how to improve our well-being, learning about romantic relationships, charisma, popularity, and learning about how to improve the dynamic we have with our children. I'd also suggest that we may actually, as a collective, be more inclined to take some much needed action. Leo is a fire sign, active energy, and we may be wanting to take some action around the suffering of children. Compassion is a Jupiter theme, as are children a Jupiter theme. Leo also has connections to children as well, the childlike heart within us. So action around compassion for children. For example, addressing and exposing further the horrific Epstein files and the people involved with that, or exposing the exploitation of child labour in third world countries, or the disadvantages of child poverty all over the world, including in Western cultures. These may be themes that step into the forefront of the spotlight during Jupiter in Leo transit. But getting back to our childlike sense of playfulness may also be on the cards. What did you love to do when you were 10 or 11 years old? Well, you might be being called to rediscover your little boy or little girl energy again this year. People will come into your life now to actually facilitate this if you can't seem to break the tyranny of the urgent yourself. Yay, bring it on. And those of us who've given up on finding love or given up on a dream we may have been pursuing or developing a talent that was very dear to us, we might be reconsidering our options on these issues, because new fields of joy are going to open and unfold before us thanks to Jupiter's expansion. So love may be on the cards. Dreams coming true may be on the cards. Development of talents and innate skills might be on the cards. So much to look forward to with this very benevolent transit, even with the South Node joining Jupiter here from August the 19th. With that in mind, I'd also say make the most of the full blessing of Jupiter here in these first South Node free few weeks of Jupiter in Leo, my friends. And now let's move to having a look at what the all signs influence might be for Jupiter in Leo for the next year of our lives. Cancer, you can find out more details about this incredible transit by checking out my Jupiter Transits the Houses playlist for free here at my Guiding Star YouTube channel. And don't forget, if you're still interested in the Karmic Astrology Masterclass, you can get the bonuses and benefits available until the end of June. After that, you can still join, but you miss out on all the goodies. So jump in now while you can. The link's in the description below. So here we go, Cancer. This is an excellent transit for growing your prosperity and your wealth. Now, it can grow your spending as well, forewarned, forearmed about that, but really it is designed to grow your bank account. So abundance and wealth expand under Jupiter's beautiful transiting energy. Jupiter is the Lord of good karma. He rules good karma from past lifetimes, and it's coming to your material possessions, your material world now. And Cancer, I know you deserve this. It is high time that this came your way. You can make more money. Yes, that is on the cards. Or you might get a job that allows you to make more money, or more resources become available to you for some reason or another. Like I said, you may spend more money. I had this transit at a time when I was preparing my wedding with my husband. And it's so funny, but I just accumulated so much beautiful old china because, of course, people are just giving it away, like they're sending it to op shops and thrift stores. And I'm like, who doesn't want classic old, Carlton ware or beautiful old china? My God. So I was just like, grab it. And I ended up hoarding and collecting second house stuff, all this beautiful Carlton ware and other lovely china that I used for our wedding and our wedding feast when we got married. And so I spent a lot of money, but it wasn't that much really. I got good value for money. I got lots of bargains, and I collected these beautiful items that I will treasure for always for our wedding when I had Jupiter transiting my second house. So you can spend money, but it'll feel good. It won't feel like, oh, this sucks. Oh, I have to pay this bill, or I'm, having to pay my health insurance or some other stuff. No, it's spending money that just feels happy and joyful and jovial to you. Jupiter transiting the second house, especially in good dignity. To make money, Cancer, you won't be fighting for it or striving for it, because you'll have this sense that the universe, Jupiter's beliefs, the universe is abundant. And as within, so without, this belief, this feeling that there's plenty to go around, and there is plenty to go around. Believe me, there is. It's only that people are greedy and hoarding and elitist that there isn't. But there is more than enough for everyone to have an abundant, prosperous, bountiful life. Back to what we're talking about here. Your belief around your prosperity and your ability to attract abundance will see the manifestation in the material realm as a result of this transit. The universe has the capacity, with Jupiter transiting your second house, to multiply your abundance level greatly. Bring it on. Make sure your belief is in tune. If you have a poverty mindset, then your abundance may not grow much. Change your mindset, change your life. It is an applicable adage here with this transit. Your family and the way your family taught you to believe about resources and money and abundance actually will come out now. It will be exposed now to the light. And if you were taught that resources are limited, then that's going to be shown to you with Jupiter's transit here. It will be revealed. And that revealing should do something for you. It should allow you to go, I'm going to change that mindset because I'm sick of being held back financially and materially. I want to step into a mindset of abundance, okay? Now, Jupiter can also through changing your mindset around abundance, can actually make you more generous, more giving, because you just have this confidence that there's more than enough for everybody. So yes, I'll shout you dinner. Yes, I'll pay for that, I don't know, rego on your car or whatever. There is an increase in generosity here. You'll be happy when you see other people with money. You'll be optimistic and positive and upbeat about other people's success. You'll celebrate it with them. And you'll also celebrate your own. Jupiter is to celebrate. And here in the house of resources and money, you will be upbeat. You will be glass half full. You will be positive and celebratory around financial matters and resources. It brings a joy to the house of the material realm that supports our body and its journey through life. Do be careful of being over-generous. Leo is a generous energy. Jupiter is a generous energy. In the second house, you may give a little too much and then regret it later. So that's the shadow side to be forewarned and forearmed about. Or you might overestimate your financial situation. So make sure you know what's going on with your bank account at all times. You may also, in the shadow expression of this energy, take things to an extreme with Jupiter and be too greedy and gluttonous. The second house is food. You might eat too much. Jupiter rules fat. You might be just like, give me all the fried foods under the sun. And then you regret it later down the track. Go for the good fats. Avocados, olive oil, coconut oil, all that stuff. Let's try and rein in the perhaps greed and gluttony, let's say. But you will be more philosophical about money and resources. You might even have an approach to money based on your beliefs now. I've described the prosperity belief and the poverty belief, but there might be other beliefs, religious beliefs, for example, that you're tapping into now that guide you about how to use your money and what is a wise expenditure of the money that you have. Jupiter is foreign things. And it does indicate that you can make money through foreign languages, through philosophies, through other cultures, through academia, through religion and faith. Jupiter things bring prosperity and money and expansion in material realms now. As I said, be careful of overeating and ending up pudgy, particularly with rich and fatty foods. This is the house of storage, and you might find that, your metabolism has been fine up until now, and all of a sudden Jupiter in the house of what you eat and the house of storage might see your body starting to store fat in places that you never ever thought that it would. Not a very pleasant experience when that happens. Forewarned, forearmed that it may happen, and keep an eye on things. But all in all, this is a beautiful transit for growing your material situation in life and also growing how you value yourself, how you value your material world and your presence as a divine energy incarnate in the human experience. Lots to look forward to. And don't forget, my Cancer friends, check out your rising, sun and moon sign as well to get the full gamut of what Jupiter is going to do in Leo for you in the coming year.